Hello and welcome to My Own Magic Reviews. My name is Mike My Own, and this is another of my own reviews. Remember, I buy what I review so I can be objective and the reviews I hope unbiased. Today I am reviewing Evoke by Greg Petty. Here's a short video of me evoking some emotion. So, hi, Gary. Thank you for assisting me. I want to try a little experiment.
Sure.
Gary, do you ever, you're a very creative guy. When you get inspiration, where does it come from?
Oh, it can come from anywhere.
It can come from anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I have a problem with being motivated and being inspired sometimes. So what I did is I picked up these cards, the inspirational, motivational cards.
Wow.
And you know, some of them are pretty cool. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, negative feelings could actually motivate you to do certain things. Sometimes it's a positive feeling, like trust or love.
Sure.
Love, and those feelings, those emotions, can actually stimulate an idea in your head that might turn into something that's nice, that you can be proud of.
Sure.
So I'm going to try. What I want to do is try a little experiment with you. Think about the last, I don't know, maybe the last 2 weeks, and as I flip through these cards, just pick out an emotion that you can relate to a specific thing that may have happened or occurred in the last week. Okay, so just you know what, just cut the cards for me.
Just cut them?
Yeah, just cut the cards.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I'm just going to show you cards.
Okay.
And when you see an emotion that you think is something that you can relate to, something that reminds you of something that maybe happened in the past week that made you think of something. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to see that card, but hold on to it for a minute. Okay. I want you to look at the picture. I think it might be it's a color picture, is it not? The picture's in color. Some pictures are in black and white, and the negative ones. That one's in color. Yeah, and I think are there mountains in the picture?
There are mountains.
There are mountains in the picture. Good. Okay, good. And concentrate on the emotion that you were feeling. Okay, I can see. Sometimes as a judge, I could see that this might come in handy because you enjoy what you're doing, and sometimes you actually feel merry. Is that right?
Merry is the answer, Michael. Look at that.
Terrific.
Look at that.
Well,
That's
wonderful.
Cool. That's very cool.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. Thank you. Wow.
Well, these are really cool cards, and as you would expect of anything with Greg Petty's name on it, it's well thought out and worth your consideration. It's a deck of what appears to be motivational cards. That happens to be a real thing. Apparently, some people buy cards like these for inspiration or reflection. And with the help of Phil Smith, these cards have the look and feel of a real set of motivational cards. Of course, they're actually a powerful tool for the mentalist, which can be used to create a number of mind-reading effects, not just the few I did in the video. Let's take a look at the package. Like so many of Murphy's productions, the outer box or the packaging is probably a little bit overdone. In this case, there's an outer box that is rather strong and durable, and inside is the product. The product here is in a rather flimsy wrap, and inside this little wrap or this little package are the 28 cards that come with Evoke. There are 2 special cards for effects that are in the instructions that you might be interested in doing. And here are the basic 26 cards. As you can see, they're very attractive on the face. They have a photograph, an emotion, I suspect you can call that, or a motivation or inspirational word, and a quote and an attribution. Some of the pictures are in color, some are in black and white. And the back of the cards look like this. Very pretty design. Well, with these cards, you can have a person select a card, and you can say what the emotion is, know what the picture is, whether it's printed in black or white. You can know a word in the quote that's on the card, and possibly even know who the quote is attributed to. And you can do all that with very little memorization. Here's what I like about Evoke. Well, first off, it's small, and you can carry it around with you. The cards are the same size as playing cards, but because the pack is only 28 cards, it's half the thickness of a pack of cards. It looks like what it's supposed to look like, which are motivational cards, so that's good. There are many, many different effects possible, not just the few that I did. I like that the cards use and incorporate, several methods to produce the effects that it does. There's ingenious artwork that makes most of the effects possible. There's very little to memorize, thanks to the great designs of Phil Smith. But if you memorize information from the cards, well, they're even more powerful. They do provide a cheat sheet, which is great. Print it out right away. It's very helpful. I think it's good for strolling, close-up, possibly parlor, and definitely for pre-show work. It's easy to use once you're acquainted with the cards, the symbols, and the methods. The cards are examinable by spectators. Yep, you can hand them out. Nobody's going to be the wiser. And you can do several effects that you might do with a regular set of cards, because half the cards have negative emotions with black and white photos, and half have positive emotions illustrated with color pictures, like black cards and red cards in a standard deck of playing cards. The video that accompanies the videos, there are 9 that accompany the cards. Well, they're good, but they are voluminous. They're clear, the audio's good, they're good, but a bit too many. And here's what I think you need to know. First off, the videos, while they're good, it's a bit too much of a good thing. Here, take a look. That's the videos. There are 9 of them, and each one is like an hour long. So you're looking at like 9 hours of video. That's a bit much. I would have really loved a quick start that's only 30 minutes with just the basics that you need to know. And that's kind of what's in part 1. But even that's an hour. And there's no PDF to refer to. I guess I got a gripe about instructions these days. There are no written instructions anymore. Not that I dislike video instructions. I think video instructions are great. But, it's nice to have something on paper that you can look at and that you can refer to. Sometimes that's just helpful. You want to get something quick instead of having to go through a whole long video, which is actually part of my other complaint, and that is that there's no PDF that works like a table of contents or an index for the videos. You have to open each of the 9 videos to see what it contains. I would have preferred a list that has each video and the time code of the various elements in it to help me find the information that I want to know from that particular video, from the videos. I'll look at like index for all of them. So that would be nice. Now, if you don't want to memorize things, there are special symbols that you need to be able to read. In a dimly lit environment, or if you have poor eyesight, you may have a problem. That's an important consideration. The case the cards come in, as I mentioned, it's kind of flimsy. I don't think it's going to hold up. Instead of a super nice, strong outer package, I would have rather they put a better box to carry the cards in. Now, I know it's supposed to look like the box or wrap that you might get if you bought a real set of motivational cards, but I think few people know or own a set of motivational cards for comparison. So a sturdier box would have been nice. By the way, the box you might want to glance at for clues during your performances, so don't lose it. Now, while you could have someone pick a card and immediately identify it, kind of like what I did, that's really not the best way to use the cards. I think the most effective routines are going to be on the longer side. So if you're a busy restaurant worker and have to move about quickly and get away when the server comes to the table, you're not going to want to take these cards out. So this is, not the best for that kind of environment. And finally, for a deck of cards, maybe it's a little pricey at $40. But I think it's a good value. I really like Evoke, and I am giving Evoke by Craig Petty 4.5 stars. I highly recommend it. The thinking that went into these cards is just terrific, and I dig all the little touches they've incorporated. And even the little printing 30 cards on the box when you'll just use the 26 cards, most likely anxiety to zest. I'm really looking forward to working with the cards on the fire and not in the control space of my studio. And I think if you do mentalism, you're going to find these cards great fun to work with. Now, if you want to buy Evoke, you can get it from a number of dealers. Obviously, Murphy's produces it, so it's all over, including at our friends at All Things Magic. It costs $40. And if you're not in a hurry and you can save 5% if you purchase from Alakazam Magic and use the coupon code, which I've included in the description. Well, that's it for today. I hope you liked the review. I hope you'll share it. I hope you'll give us a thumbs up, and I hope if you haven't already subscribed that you will subscribe, and when you do, please hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified the next time I post a review. And by the way, if you are in the market for some interesting and different magic and mentalism, please check out my website. I have a little store there. It's at mikemyown.com. Do check it out. So as I said, that's it for today. And until next time, well, go make some magic happen.